that way.
Okay. So, I believe we are ready to go. With that being said, welcome everybody to the TG Diamond League here live on twitch.tv/connecting esports. It's going to be yet another exciting game coming out your way, because we have none other than the famous The Sleeping One returning to our stream to cast today with, of course, Jedlam.
What up, yo?
What up,
sorry,
yo?
I'm just calling one of our players a whammer already because I asked him to make space for our streamer Jason today, and he says, "You talking to your team? You move." I'm like,
well, with that being said,
yes.
Let's get into the lobby.
Here we go. Yes.
Yeah, it does seem we will be going with Pentakill drafts.
Right, sweet. Okay, so basically the state of play is thusly. Just let me dig this one out. Okay,
yes.
So yes, the Invincibles 6 games played, 8 points, which puts them in 3rd position, just ahead of CE Mist, who are also on 8 points, but 7 games played. RC Nova are on 6 games played, but they are only on 4 points, which puts them in 6th place. So I think this is the last game in this group. I don't believe that RC Nova can make playoffs. Whereas Invincibles, yeah, you know, they can potentially move to 2nd.
Yeah, they have a chance of getting second today, depending on how their game versus Element Stray Dogs went. I can check that out real quick in a few seconds. But yeah, this is important for the Invincibles, and not so much important for Rocket Conova, as CE Mist also went to 8 points, and the Invincibles have 8 points. So unreachable playoffs for Rocket Conova, but maybe Rocket Conova has something more to say about the Invincibles meeting them today on the Rift. And yeah, let's find out in a second.
Sometimes when you play a game and there's no pressure on you, you perform better. So we shall have a see.
Yeah, it should be extremely interesting. I do believe that the team that obviously has like no chance already to get into the playoffs, it's a little bit less on the line for them, but I'm hoping they will show us a good performance and show us what they got. And I do believe the draft is on.
Yeah, we will be heading into the virtual draft in just a second here. Exactly 2 seconds to implement it. There we go. And there we go. Ash off the board, and let's see what else they have in mind.
Yeah, so Ash is one of the more or less regular picks right now. Extremely default, so definitely no surprise to see that one coming through. Slightly could be debated if it's that necessary to take it from the blue side, but more or less the regular start to the draft. We see that the team is actually taking a lot of time, and it will be Volibear is going to be banned from the red side. So
indeed, I'll just mention RC Nova on the blue side and Invincibles over there on the red side.
Yeah, they did not put in names for some reason.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so Invincibles getting rid of Volibear. Again, quite popular pick, some flexibility actually in a pick. It's less used right now compared to how popular it was recently, a few patches ago, but still a really strong pick. And we see Trundle being banned and instantly answered by the Cinder ban. So, again...
Okay, yeah, pretty
defaulty,
bans so far.
The only one I could slightly argue with would be like Trundle. Maybe this might be a small giveaway that you might be looking to get Graves. But on the other hand, maybe just a comfort pick for the opponents here. And Gragas getting banned off. A recent patch with some buffs coming to the champion. 0.1 to his ultimate, if I'm correct, and 0.1 to his either E or Q. I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, Camouflex's over on that Invincible side in the jungle does have, a really super high win rate on the Gragas, 73% in rank this season. So, yeah, I'd imagine I'd imagine that. I mean, if you are RC Nova today, you might just want to fall into a few comfort picks and get a little bit of glory back because they've not been hard stomped this entire competition. They have picked up a few wins, but yeah, I mean, it'll push them towards the respectable side of the standings if they do manage to pick this one up. And obviously, Invincibles might be focusing on the playoffs already and thinking about those next week. So yeah, let's have a see. This is a long old time.
Yeah,
there we go.
they definitely took their time. Yeah, but Seth will be coming in, and we finally will be going into the picks. I'm really excited to see what we will be seeing here. Caitlyn's being hovered right now. Again, a small buff to AD and HP, if I'm correct, on the last patch, but nothing too huge. But as said, one of the champions that was slightly forgotten. She can be extremely oppressive in the lane and overall, and we see her actually being picked here as a first pick. Slight surprise, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Kate as an AD carry choice, but to kind of blind pick it is can be a little risky.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think she's giving away too much what you want to do in the composition because of her range and how defaulty she can be in a way, but
yeah,
I do think it's slightly overvalued as the first pick. What I'm looking here from the Invincible side is that Karma is still on the map and extremely strong pick, in my opinion, one of the strongest right now in the game with the flexibility across 3 lanes. I'm not that familiar with the players, but the predictions coming in, and we have Karma. Actually, really happy. Not gonna lie, I was thinking that we might see a lot of mess, but Karma actually extremely strong pick, and I really like it here. Now it depends what they want to do. Do they answer the ADC pick? ADC pick here. If they do, you can go Ezreal or Senna is less of those popular picks, but I definitely can see why they would want to go for it. It still leaves that flexibility. You can still go Wukong, Senna. You can go some other picks and then you can flex Karma.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen quite a lot of Senna lanes in TJD recently, actually. And I think my favourite one was the Senna Soraka bot lane, and that was earlier this week. I believe that was the burger menu game earlier this week, or am I getting mixed up because I've either been casting or in chat. By all means, if anyone is in chat wants to remind me exactly where that one came in, but the sustain on that lane is just so broken, like actually ridiculous. Like you can just wade in, take all the poke in the world, and then drop back for 10 seconds and then come back on full HP. Like,
yeah. That being said, the Orianna was locked in, extremely default mid laner, so you definitely won't get counterpicked too much just because you're picking it. It works with a lot of compositions. She can be extremely aggressive. I do believe she's being used a lot in the side lanes as a pushing champion, because she can actually push really well against a lot of champions like Seth, and you can't actually match it. Here it's banned, but yeah, like you said, Zyra is being picked here, and
yeah, that's an aggressive bot lane.
Yeah, right now you have a sick range combined with Caitlyn, so now you have to think, if you're on the Invincible side, what are you actually looking to pair her with Senna, or do you want to have Senna Karma in bot lane and try to play that range game? If you do, I still believe that you will be slightly losing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nova will just want to come out and give that bot lane a bloody nose from the look of things. I mean, I like to look at that Orianna, but that's because we had flatline on Orianna yesterday, I believe. The days are getting away from me, as is quite apparent, and that's basically that pocket pick, and that was just a ridiculous performance on that. So it'll be interesting to see what luck table Flip can do on this champion.
Yeah, Karma is extremely strong, but I don't think she will give you enough priority when you're laning against Zyra with Caitlyn. So
yeah,
just handshaking here, I don't think it's the best or idea and opportunity. I do believe Wukong can be picked here, or Tahm Kench.
Okay.
Yes. So there going to get extremely hammered right now in lane, and I believe their idea here is that they want just to try and save that Senna, but right now they're going to be extremely hard shoved under the tower. It's hard for me to see how they're going to farm, and I do believe that's a really weird way to actually look for the draft. Right now they have to find a really strong mid pick. If they do, then the Tahm Kench can actually work, and that can be their safety tool to actually work around it. Because right now, you picking it here means you will be under the tower, and if Caitlyn or Zyra plays correctly, you will be actually suffering and losing those plating and probably
100%.
Going
the
behind
poke potential. The poke potential is insane. I mean, they got that little bit of a disengage. They got the Senna that can provide a little bit of heal, but I mean, that Zyra is always going to be looking to try and kind of skirt around and find those bindings and poke you down with those plants as well. And obviously, the Kate played correctly. If she manages to just spam those abilities into a combo, then you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble real quick.
Yeah, Wukong getting banned here. Just the idea, we're not taking it, you're not going to get it too, and it's just simply takeaway. Azir being banned here, more or less, I wouldn't say it's a huge counter pick to Orianna, but people usually want to pick it because it has pretty strong range, and it can just play out default into Orianna, and you're not going to get too much punished, and you're not having too much kill pressure if you're playing Orianna against Azir. So Azir usually just scales out, and he's fine with that. So they're just getting rid of that idea here.
Certainly. Weird though. I mean, I'm just looking at the op.gg's, and it's actually look at table flip on the side of RC. He's been playing a bunch of Azir recently. I'm not really seeing anything from Ruzgai's back over on the Invincibles side. So just a slightly strange ban.
So far I do believe that blue side draft is way stronger. What's your idea?
No, 100%. I mean, they're taking so long about it as well, Invincibles. I'm not sure they've actually prepped for this game. They've just gone, well, we're through, so whatever.
It feels they messed up slightly with their Tahm Kench pick, and now they're trying to figure out how they can actually make it work. Because right now, what we said, they have to find that hyper strong mid laner. Azir is one of them if you give him some time, but now they're not getting that opportunity. So now they need to think maybe Corki could be picked here as something defaulty and scaling wise could work, but at the same time you have Zyra, you have Caitlyn, so it's not going to be that perfect choice. It's a hard game. Maybe they can find some really strong picks. Oh, Karthus, I completely forgot about the champion, but if we're looking at really strong teams, it's one of the champions that is getting extremely prioritized. I've seen it picked as blue first pick even, so not a surprise to see it went. And Kog'Maw, probably targeting a P Kog'Maw of the mid lane. I'm familiar with the pick, played it in the UKL drafts, so definitely a strong pick.
Yeah, I do like a good Kog'Maw mid. There's been a little spike of that in the LEC recently, actually. There's been a few games that I've seen that have picked up on the Kog'Maw mid, but yeah, if your jungler can sweep in and kind of nudge you ahead early on, the damage potential going into the mid game is just absolutely ridiculous. Anyone who kind of steps up to you gets the splat.
And it does work here. It would work here because it would give you that range advantage over Orianna, Caitlyn, and Zyra, so you could still play from the range. But now it's banned out, and the Invincibles, they have to find their...
We see this pick of the Lee.
They have to find their way in, but I'm doubting it. I don't know.
Where's he going to gank, though? How's that going to work?
Yeah, it's looking extremely debatable, as you said, because from what we know, Tahm Kench with Senna, they shouldn't be getting onto Caitlyn and Zyra, at least comfortable without losing most of their HP bar. And we see Irelia being picked in, so slide handshake, Irelia will be playing into the enemy, so it gives them some hope. Probably picked here just to create some sideline pressure, but again, I think they could have went with the idea of playing fully kite here and fully poke composition from their first free picks, but I respect the idea. Maybe we will see some really nice plays from the Aurelia.
Come on. This is a slow-ass pentaQ.
I believe they're breaking the record in the slowest and longest virtual draft that we have ever had on the TJ Diamond League.
Oh yeah, TJ Diamond. Yeah, I played a TJ Plat game last split that wasn't streamed when every single pick. I can't remember which team we were playing against, but they went to 99 seconds with every single pick.
Oh, and they're going to go with Zach here, so
okay.
A pick that can be played slightly defensively in a way if you play it for the enemy's frontline and then use your ultimate as a kiting back tool for your team. But here, being paired with Irelia, I do believe that they will be looking to play slightly more aggressively, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because right now, before, if we looked at Amken, she had nothing to do this game. He's not going to touch anyone. But right now, there's Zach, there's Irelia, maybe there's some hope.
Yeah, I mean, this is TJD. There's going to be 10 kills by 10 minutes, or I owe you a Coke.
Vlad being covered right now. Vlad being covered. A champion I haven't seen in the last, I don't know, few months. I don't know how much the champion is getting played here. So in TJD,
Victor
so maybe you can give me some ideas with Victor. Is it popular here?
No. No.
So we're seeing something extremely new. Maybe they're just thinking it out, and it seems that they will be taking us to the 99 seconds soon.
Right.
Just shuffling through the ideas, but right now, from what they have, so they're probably looking to get Karma into top lane and LeBlanc against Orianna. Yeah, it's going to be that way. And the draft is done. I don't know, maybe...
God for that. I feel like I've aged.
Give me your ideas first, and then I'll give you mine. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd much prefer RC Nova's comp. I don't know. I just didn't like the first half of the Invincibles draft there at all. I mean, they've got like LeBlanc, the Orianna. They've got the much more pokey bot lane, if you like, and of course they've got that Zed who can just kind of bounce in behind from the red bot side jungle there. So I'm expecting to be seeing pretty much a carbon copy of that, classic Zach gank reasonably early in the game.
Well,
to kind of take care of that center. But
if you're unsure on what to bet, you still have 9 minutes remaining, so you have 9 minutes to make up your mind, Mr. Jetlam. But in the meantime, I will direct our... Yes, it's 10 minutes in total. I'll remind our stream and also direct our stream here, our Twitch chat, to the beautiful message that has been posted by Streamlabs in our Twitch chat. Is going to be betting has opened and who will win blue side or red side, and you can bet on this by predicting the outcome of this game based off the draft you've just seen. So if you want to bet on the blue side, Rocket Cornova, or on the red side, the Invincibles, let them feel your love, or just be a genius in predicting how these compositions are going to play out and how these players are going to perform.
So going back to the draft, we had the chance, maybe a little chance, obviously, that Tamkanch will be played top lane. We see that Karma is being locked in at top lane, so that chance is obviously gone right now. So the things will be going default, pretty much what we expected. But the main concern we have here, it will be extremely hard for Lee Sin to find anything. Maybe if Karma can find some freezes in the top lane and that way make Irelia to overstep and go into the danger zone, that could be something he might be looking for. Slightly better situation in the mid lane right now because they decided to go for the LeBlanc. They do have some kill pressure onto Orianna. But having that in mind, that Orianna was picked in the first phase of the draft and as B2, I have to question them. why did they decide to go all the way to R5 to pick it, and they blinded their jungler, giving the enemy chance to counter it. So definitely a really messy draft here from the Invincibles, and I do believe they will have to overcome their opponents from Rocket Core Nova, which had definitely a slightly better draft with their
from what
pure
I've
skill.
seen, Invincibles are mechanically better than RC Nova, but I do think they've been outdrafted. Everyone is trying to get me to all in on the blue side in chat, and who knows, I might do just that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with you on this one. So
Need to exclamation mark, bet, then color, and then.
Are you joking,
points.
mate? You've
Number
been on here
four.
for like 4 weeks, and now you forgot how to bet sleeping? Huh? Jesus, what a disgrace.
I haven't been here in a while. We're not talking about that one.
Bet blue. Yeah, you're getting better if you're
Right, so
like keep it up
Exclamation
sleeping.
mark bet, then the color, and then either a number or all, and that is how you place a bet.
Oh
Okay,
my.
so sleeping puts 100k on blue.
Yeah,
Can you
we're going
exclamation mark
small.
my bet for me? Because I want to see the split.
Yeah, we're going small
Put in
here. Yeah, we'll see how much it will show.
180.
Yeah, most of the time
so Snades is
it
going
lies. Most of the time it lies because we know Jason rigged
No,
the
the
system.
total pot is
Shut up.
correct. The total pot's correct, but the
Yeah, the splits usually go weird. I don't know, but yeah.
and
it's
sleeping. How
definitely exciting.
do you think I managed to get 377,000? How many points do you think I had to bet to get that many?
I don't know how much I have.
1,546.
Yeah.
I was the only person who bet, and everyone else. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go. I'll go 50k.
Yeah. So I do believe we both are actually thinking that the blue side for the
And you're both mistaken.
had the better draft. I believe that's just a common sense. But yeah, as you said, probably the Invincibles are going to focus more on their solo lanes, are trying to win the game just going by their skill level. So it's definitely one of the ways you can go here for.
Yeah, you can have the best draft in the world, but if you don't quite have that coordination going into team fights, then you can just get scrubbed out.
Senna and Tam Kench, they will be under a lot of pressure. That, in a way, could work for them if Rocket Core Nova won't be paying attention. That could enable Lisa, but I'm hoping that we will see some clean gameplay and there won't be too many really weird mistakes where people are just over aggressing in the situations where they're not getting too much value. I'm looking for that chess gameplay, but most likely we will be seeing some fun clown fiestas probably and a lot of kills. But that could
definitely be all of the above. So yeah, I mean we've got. Oh man, the spectator delay though. I mean, still shorter than like one pick's worth of draft phase. This is why we have 30 viewers rather than 5,000. We need to just cap like the PentaQ or like. Fring keeps threatening to make his own drafting system, and we need to.
Yeah,
make that
maybe
happen.
for season 5,000.
Yeah, I believe we
Exactly.
could work with some other drafting systems, definitely not PentaQ, but we got what
Then
we
I'd
got.
have to design a new overlay for it.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of hard work. So regarding the matchups we have in each lane, I do believe Aurelia is not in a good position against Karma, so I can give the Invincibles some slack because they have that lane going for them. I do believe, if played correctly, Karma can even be bullying Aurelia. So we'll see how that goes, at least according to the usual counters. It's one of the strongest ones, so pretty interesting one for the jungle. We have Zac against Lee Sin, so again, in a vacuum, slight advantage going to Lee Sin here, but compositional wise, I do see Zac has more traditional, has a better piece.
I will give one quick shout out here to the Twitch chat. So For everyone that thinks that they have to repeatedly type in a language that is not English, and so not understandable by the vast majority in the Twitch chat, I'll give you one final and last warning. The next one is not going to be a timeout but a ban, so please behave. And I'm looking at you, Mr. I cannot even read your name, but you know who I'm talking to. Thank you.
How rude!
He started with that.
Our general controller, Mr. Jason, is doing his work. He's going to slap anyone who's going against the rules.
I've got to say that. I mean, all like, you know, really edgy threats aside from Jason, I'm proud of everyone in the chat for stumping up 347,000 connectors in bets on this first game, which is PogChamp.
Yeah, that's definitely a PogChamp. So yeah, coming back to the lanes, LeBlanc onto Oriana, some kill pressure. LeBlanc went for the electrocute, so we're looking for that kill pressure. We'll see if they manage to find it here. And
nice.
As we said,
Here
we're
comes
going into the pause.
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean it's the best part of the game. Just giving us more time to go over the other lanes. So finishing it with the bot lane, it's going to be Caitlyn and Zyra against Stana and Tamkench. As we said, pretty defaulty. If we will find any kill pressure, it probably will be coming down from the blue side of the Zyra paired with Caitlyn. Pretty defaulty things here, right?
One of these days when we get one of these pauses, I'm going to see how far I can get into typing the lyrics to All Star in chat before the unpause comes through. Come on, guys. I mean, we've had all of the time in the world on drafting. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. We resume.
Oh, do we? I just only see the R's from the blue side.
I saw a red R. Like, no, Leeson said ready first. Okay.
Oh, okay, finally.
Nice.
Yeah, so I saw some question marks being pinged from the blue side on the enemy's red, so maybe we will see something interesting.
There's just all of the pings coming out. It's,
yeah, but it's probably going to be a default, just covering the sides as usual. You don't want to look for something too aggressive, especially when you're...
Okay, so got the vision in there, and that is an instant little trade. Okay.
Ooh,
okay,
Zyra,
so we're in here
doing?
with Zyra being very, very risky, and here comes the Lee. Checking out that ward there, and that is going to be the first blood onto the Senna. So here is that lane that before the game started, we said that's the lane that's going to struggle. That Kate Zyra is going to be like super pokey, the damage potential insane. And here we are making things super interesting right off the bat by chucking a kill onto that Senna. Nice.
You have to question what was going on in the Zyra player's head. Yeah. Going on the adventure into the enemy's jungle alone.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I don't even see that in gold anymore.
Yeah, she's probably just wanted to say hello, but the enemies are really nasty people. They don't want to shake hands before the game. They just want to kill you. So
feels bad.
I do believe she will have the chance to take some revenge. From the good side, she did flash, but at the same time, Senna had to burn her flash. It's not going to be that costly because she does have Tamkench there, but you never know. There might be some slightly more kill pressure for them.
Yeah, I believe the slight gold advantage there might be of aid.
Yeah, really nice play so far from the Libera's back. He's using that poke. But he's not kiting back.
Incredibly low. Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't kiting back. He wasn't kiting back in a minion wave, and I do believe he would have won that trade, but just walking back without hitting the enemy, I do believe it was more of a mistake here, and just being scared of the Irelia. And right now, you're already giving her slightly more kill pressure because Irelia will always be happy when both of the players are low, because she does have those skills to actually look for the execute.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not quite been the explosive early bot lane that we'd hoped. And here comes the Lee Sin in the top lane. And RC Mafia on this Karma will be going straight down, caught too far up the lane. And that is 2 kills to 0 in favour of Invincibles already. What did I say? 10 kills by 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Let's go.
it's actually looking likely. Aurelia being caught there off guard, pushed up. The ward was there, but the ward is not giving too much value when you're actually not paying too much attention to it, unfortunately. So, and she got punished for it. And right now, it's looking extremely good for the Karma, because if we look at the lane at the minion control.
Oh, and that's a nice little Senna stun there. Allurian will be sticking around on the Zyra just to get a little bit more damage there. But I mean, they seem to be going on the Time Kench a little bit more than the Senna.
Yeah, I do believe that they just want to do that just because of the Time Kench ability to eat the ADC here. So,
okay.
Wow,
and that Senna's landing everything. Fantastic.
Yeah, she's taking extremely low, and you have to ask yourself why Zyra is on the completely different side. And we have a gank in top lane.
And it's a regank in that top lane, and RC Mafia, 2 deaths in as many minutes.
Yeah, this is exactly what I said before we started talking about bot lane. If you would have looked in the wave in the top lane, Karma backed off when her lane crashed into the enemy's tower, which basically by simple terms means that the wave is going to crash back into her, and I really can't do anything about it. She will have to overextend. And what that means, Lee Sin gets a free gank again if you're not careful, and she isn't. So right now, it's looking extremely tough for the RS Mafia in the top lane.
Well, I mean, very much so. RC Nova just a little bit behind. Their bot lane have a slight CS lead, but I mean...
Yeah, the only thing that I'm slightly questioning right now is Karma. She actually has like only 2 free CS advantage over the Aurelia. So the farming problems are definitely there, but the advantages are just coming slowly.
Yeah, we've got the Zaki's trying to frame a gank into this top side there, but Dragon Rage going incredibly low there in this bot lane and being chased down, and in comes the Lee. Oh my gosh! And that flash from the Lee Sin just allows the Caitlyn to run back, but they're going to be catching both members. No, they are not! And
that's being greedy. That's trying to give a kill to the Mr. Gallic there on the Senna, but it's not a place to do that. The kill isn't completely guaranteed in that situation, and knowing the base speed of the auto attacks for the Senna, that was the main reason why it didn't work here. And Lee Sin trying to be a good friendly jungler by the solo queue standards actually hurts the team in the end.
Kills. I got to start giving some kills to my laners, so you can understand why he's done it. But RC Mafia in a bit of trouble here again, and that's a solo kill in the top lane. The Aurelia having a mental boom for the ages.
Yeah, this is definitely...
Look at a health bar.
Yeah, this is definitely not working for them the way they would actually want them to. One of the things that we said when we actually finished the draft, why Karma is so strong and why did we think that she can be so efficient being picked as the first pick. And we see it here. The Aurelia came in as a blind, not respecting the... as a counter even, if I'm correct. But probably it's the lack of knowledge or the lack of the matchups played in the solo queue, not understanding that Karma is probably one of the strongest counter picks to the Aurelia by the default, if you're playing the range and slows correctly. And we see that here, Mafia isn't getting that kill pressure. He's the one getting bullied in the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, the CS in that lane is pretty much still neck and neck, but I mean, the Lee and the Karma are just now able to farm the Aurelia, so... Oh, and that's a fantastic little trap from the Caitlyn, and Clarion going down low, but will not be killed.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty nice try, but we're still lacking those combos so far in the lane. It was a blind catch here. It was really good, but you have to find those in lane too. If you're not going to, just playing this bully lane is not going to
and
work.
Dragon Rage on that Caitlyn stepping up and getting hit by that Senna stun, going down incredibly low. And out comes the Senna ult. The Caitlyn is dead. Illusion in the Zyra is being chased down. And there you go. That's a double kill onto the Senna. Now you got a 3-0 Senna. And I mean, that's really, you know, what we would be dealing with. The Caitlyn and Zyra just completely failing to get the damage that they need to win this lane, you know. Oh, and in comes Acolyte onto the Karma, and that is a smart little flash from Libra is back. And
yeah, I really loved it. Oh, and Orianna might be caught.
Flash there, but here we go with the LeBlanc, and the LeBlanc's going to be chasing that one down, and that's really low HP-wise. Libra is back, coming down on that Karma, and Ruska there. Oof. And I think it'll die for this.
Yeah, I don't think they will. Libra slightly went too early. She did have a ward there, so I'm not exactly sure why she won for the Q instantly, but probably she just assumed that the enemy have the vision or the understanding that she's behind the wall. So,
yeah, I mean, the LeBlanc with the flash ignite there, but just unable to secure the kill. I mean, sending it down to about, you know, 100 HP or thereabouts.
Yeah, really props to the Mr. Libra is back so far. He's playing really smart. The one thing I'm really happy about was that flash, how he actually used it.
Yes,
it wasn't weighted. Yeah. It was instantaneous. You're not taking any risk, because what we usually see, players are saying, okay, I'm full HP. I'm playing Karma. I'm playing a character that actually has shields, has the speed up. Yeah. I don't need to flash this. I can take the combo and then see what happens. If you are ahead, you don't want to take those risks. Look at this right 100%.
now. I mean, that's why they didn't take that dive. Oh, and Mafia going low again. She's going to chase this one down. Oh, and that's it's a smart flash. But it's
yeah, it was the only choice in the end. If there wasn't and we have action mid.
The Zac again, not quite managing to land that one, and Keza going incredibly low, and that's going to be 8-0. That kill going onto the time, Kenchef, funny enough, and Claron going gold there. Mafia really wanted to get this first kill of the game for RC Nova, and there it is. We've got the one kill, and that will go on to the Aurelia, who comes down to mid with that TP, just for that one fight.
Wait, what? Why did Caitlyn not go in for the one more hit? She did actually have the ultimate, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on in the bot lane. Both AD carries are actually being extremely cautious.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the Senna, they're just waiting for their engages, and they're not looking to make these kind of grand inti plays. Because why would Invincibles need to be making these grand interplays? I mean, they got 8 kills in the bank. They got a 3k gold lead. They've just got that Mountain Drake earlier as well. There's another Drake up in 15 seconds, which will be...
Oh, and Aurelia might be in a risky situation.
Oh, and Aurelia jumping straight in there. Libra is back with it incredibly low, but not going to die. And we have a big fight also in the bot lane there. Illurion being caught out and will go incredibly low, but we got Rusgar is back on the LeBlanc, jumping in and will secure a double kill in that bot lane. So all across the map, that is a 3-4-0 in favor of the Invincibles. And Acolyte here just taking on the rest of the team by himself, or at least
they're just trying to find those kills in the end.
Okay, so they got the kill onto the time Kench again there, and report time dying twice in this match. 100% of the deaths on that team.
Really nice finisher here by the Senna, getting that kill back in the end. And 2-12 right now. It's looking extremely grim. The game is going more or less the way we predicted. Before this play, we had actually the 4 against 3 platings on the tower and the for the blue side. So actually, Zyra Caitlyn were able to get some pressure, but unfortunately, those overextends and not being able to
just losing
play that range.
We got a Senna on 5 kills now. He's coming back with the Manamune. She's got Boots of Swiftness complete. I mean.
Yeah, they should be leaving this dragon. I don't think there's anything to do here, and the dragon will be secured by the red team of the Invincibles.
and we shall have a Cloud Drake soul.
Yeah, the Cloud is not going to benefit them as much as they would like to. Of course, you do have Karma and those picks, so it's not going to be bad, but it's not one of the souls that's instantly winning you the game. On the other hand...
Oh, there's a Fat Cat coming in on the top lane, and the Caitlyn caught out again.
Yeah, she knows she has no way to run.
And, yep, that is just secured onto the center again, where we've got 6 kills on this AD carry. Despite the Lee Sin trying to shove that kill onto the center earlier and not quite managing, she seems to have done okay since then.
Yeah, the only thing I'm missing here, like I would say from Mr. Libra, is back in the top lane. I'm talking a lot about this Karma. There's no freezing. There's really a lot of potential to do that, but what we see, like even right now, she's going to collect that farm. She's went a huge misplay right there, jungler here.
Yeah.
And Arcalite, what was that?
I'm seeing this.
Yeah, what we see most of the time is what happens here right now. Karma takes the minions, she goes back, and what is happening is bounce back between both top laners, and it's actually benefiting Mafia way more than the Libra, just because he has that potential.
I mean, just able to stay, you know, at the same position CC-wise, and that was a strange old Senna ultimate. Roscoe is back, just engaging versus free there. There we are, we got this. Time Catcher's going to be arriving there into the scene there, and Matthew going down incredibly low. And the Invincibles are going to chase 4 more here, and the Zac is running. The Zac will hop away over the wall, but they're still going to chase Keza on this Orianna, and they eventually both walk away. But they're going to translate that into this Rift Herald and the Caitlyn. And yeah, the Caitlyn just decides to end into the Karma, and that's not something that you can do at the moment. But in comes the
Zyra can do that too.
Zyra, yeah, I mean,
you're a support and you're playing into Karma, which actually has the Iceborne already completed, and there's just not enough respect for the ulted out abilities of the Karma, and
not at all. I mean, now we've got a 0-9 bot lane.
Yeah, the amplified damage from Karma is just... You playing the DC, it's all good, you actually have those opportunities, but it's extremely hard to play into Karma. She does have the ability that you can't actually dodge. She can actually snare you and then hit you. You can't do anything about it, so you do have to have that base damage.
Libra is back, we'll take that tower.
Oh, the fight number 2!
Oh, here we go.
Zyra misses.
Libra is back. Will be going incredibly low, and the Caitlyn managing to take that kill. So we got our first kill onto the bot lane of RC Nova. 16 minutes into the game. Yikes.
Everything missed. The jump missed, the snare by the Zyra missed, but eventually they did manage to get that kill.
It was a comedy of errors, but it had a happy ending. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, the blood, sweat, and tears in the end, they managed to get what they want, but you have to question, it might be too late.
I imagine it might be.
16 minutes in, we're looking at 8,000 gold difference almost, so...
yeah, 100%. I mean, there's this first Cloud Drake that's going to be up in 50 seconds as well. You can't really look past Invincibles for any objective at the moment.
Yeah. Usually, if you are behind, you're looking to wait it out, wait for those itemization power spikes, and then look to contest the third dragon. But what happened here is the dragons were taking extremely early, so that means the timers are close apart, and at the same time you're going behind even more instead of finding that slow scale potential. So right now, I don't think they want to fight for the third dragon. I would even say that they would probably have to give it away and then risk for the soul fight.
I will sample what I just said, though. I mean, the Zac has a healthy CS lead over this Lee Sin. He's been focusing more on ganking lanes. I mean, there's like a 25 CS diff there, and also a bit of a level difference. So if, oh no, maybe not now. They're both level 10, so I was going to say if it comes down to a smite battle, it's fairly easy. And the Zac just throws himself directly into the middle of that. And that doesn't really seem like the kind of thing that he wants to be doing. And there's suddenly a chase on from Invincibles. And RC Nova will turn. We've got a low health bars all over the map. And they're trying to pick a kill onto the support. And, you know, it's just a little bit of a greed. And they're just going to be wiped out here. And this is a 3-for-0 already in favor of the Invincibles. Dragon Rage, they're trying to take something, but it's a triple kill onto the Karma and a 4-for-0. The Zyra just walks away and avoids the ace narrowly. And yeah, there we go. This is what I was saying. We liked the comp at the start of the game, but when you don't quite have that synergy down to team fight, or you're trying to team fight like in a position where your team are insanely behind. The Zyra, what?
Yeah,
okay.
The Zyra is just getting caught there, and it's surrender at 18, not even 19 minutes. Well,
yep.
That was really weird game, actually, even to cast. I have to say the last fight, unfortunately, we won't be going back into it, but what happened was Zac is going in, but your team is actually at the same position as you are, so that means they have a really long distance to travel to get into the position that you're going for. And what happened when they tried to do that was Lee Sin simply kicked the first person going in into three of your teammates. So they're just stuck there. Orianna was able to get a really nice shockwave, I give him that. She found 3 people, but they do have no damage. Their jungler is already dead. And everyone is just in shatters. So,
yeah, and I've got to say to everyone who bet smartly in that game, you are welcome for your 50,000 points that I poured into that pot. And this is essentially what we call giving back to the community. I didn't really fancy a bet on that entire thing. But I don't know whether we're going to get a game free out of RC Nova, you know.
Now how things seem... I probably have to agree with the analysis that we actually had from you, that even if you have the strong draft, the strong ideas that are in the draft, if you don't know how to execute it, if you're not feeling comfortable with the draft, and if you're not actually playing by the strengths of it, which we displayed in the pregame, that you want to be careful, that you don't want to fight early, that you want to avoid those unnecessary skirmishes, and that you want to be careful around top lane, because it's the lane you're actually getting countered in.
The early counter in that top lane was just... I mean, with the Irelia pushing so far up and just getting stung by the Lee Sin twice in 2 minutes and then being solo killed by the Karma. And then, you know, obviously while that's going on, this Senna who got that early kill with the int from the Zyra, like straight off the bat, literally just ran it down into the opposition jungle blind. And, you know, suddenly that lane that was on paper, you know, good amount of poke, should be doing quite well, taking those plates, maybe picking up a kill or 2. And then you just look at the end game screen and the damage diff, the freaking, the everything diff. And it's, an 807 Senna.
With that being said, we can have a vote for who's MVP. So I believe this one's going to the red team. But let's find out which player is actually here and has performed the best, in opinion, to the Twitch chat. So there's the top lane. And I believe that's a very smart vote, because I saw that 1v2 outplay in the bot lane. And also later on, the attempt to 1v3 didn't go so well either. But the first one was a POC moment for sure. But then again, also the Lee Sin enabled a lot of these. He also gave that first blood on the top lane. So, yeah, might consider that one.
It's not a first blood. The first blood was onto the Zyra in the bot side jungle. When she just
the first blood when the minions have spawned. I'm sorry.
True.
Stay away from our chat, Jason. This is
I believe Karma actually deserves the MVP. Definitely in the first game. Of course, farming, we're not going to talk too much about it. There's a lot of missed opportunities, but definitely wasn't a bad play. Lee Sin, I'm extremely critical of the pick all the time. I don't think the champion is good, but if you find those picks and the enemy mistakes, it can be extremely strong. They did find it, and he actually made a lot of pressure, created a lot of pressure.
The BM in
So
chat.
he was really nice.
We've got lots of votes coming out for Zach.
I think it's yeah.
Well,
MVP, yeah. You know, boy. 1 minute and 20 remaining on that MVP vote. We'll be heading into a very short break of exactly 1 minute. Grab a drink, grab a snack, because game number 2 is on our way. Libre is back and looking for more in this game number 2 on the blue side team. On the blue side this time around with his team, the Invincibles, and Rocket Cornova switching over to the red side. So see you guys in exactly 1 minute.
let's go.
Feel the sunrise exhilarate. Our faces lit with red and gold. Watch the sunrise accelerate. Take my hand, we'll fly away. Feel the sunrise exhilarate. Our faces lit with red and gold. Watch the sunrise accelerate. Take my hand, we'll fly away. We'll fly away. Take my hand, we'll fly
And there we go. Welcome back, everybody, here to the TG Diamond League live on Connecting Esports. Here on Twitch, Mixer, and as well YouTube Gaming. The triple stream, as always, coming right your way. And we have an exciting game coming up. It's going to be nothing else shorter than the Invincibles looking to smash that 2-0 onto Rocket Cornova's face, because they have been looking to dominate in game number 1. Let's find out what they have in mind for game number 2. And of course, Sleeping and Jedlem will take it away from here.
What up, yo? I mean, I don't know whether RC Nova are going to be able to come back from that, because it wasn't, you know, it wasn't just an outplay. It was an absolute stomp, and there were so many misplays coming out there. So
Yeah.
I'd be really interested to see if they go in a completely different direction on this draft. You know, even just take the comfort picks.
Yeah, it felt like they didn't have an exact plan, or they were not all on the same page playing the composition that they actually selected. So if it's not in their comfort zone, I'm definitely going to say just go for something you're feeling.
They've got nothing to lose. They might as well just have fun with it, you know? Literally just try a few cheeky little wombos, see whether they can, you know, grab onto a lead and snowball that. I want to be entertained. We have 31 people who are watching our stream right now, and they'll want to be entertained. Let's go.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Coach, yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
There we go.
Appreciate it. Okay, so obviously really nice that we have so many viewers being here and hopefully enjoying the cast. But at the same time, we need a good game to show them. So I'm actually hoping that we will have a really strong performance from both teams, and it will be closer than the first one.
Yeah,
we're waiting for one member of our team.
I might direct your attention here in the Twitch chat to the MVP of last game. If you remember correctly, it was the Zach here from Rocket Cornova, so RCN. on the blue team, and he has won the poll by 50%, which is the majority of the votes. So everybody else has gotten a lovely 30% or 20%.
Sure.
So yeah, I say that's GG's to whoever thought that Zach actually helped and assisted the NV team. I think that's how this vote came standing. But yeah, with that being said, we get the links for virtual draft here right now, and we will be heading right into that in just a second. So stay tuned for game number 2.
Stay tuned for game number 2 in another 20 minutes after the virtual draft.
Yeah, I think you have time to cook and
yeah, the last the virtual draft of the last game took so long. I've literally worked this out that the actual game didn't last as long as the drafting phase.
Yeah, I actually believe you're completely right, because the game was like, what, 18 minutes, 30 seconds or
18
something like
minutes,
that, right? Yeah. So
somebody
it was
go back and
extremely
count
fast.
the time we needed for virtual draft, please.
Because, okay, let's think it through. We have, what, 5 bans, about default, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, but they took like 70 seconds per ban and pick, and you have in a total 6 bans, right? Wait, it's 3, then
Yeah,
2,
it's
then
5
2.
bans.
Yeah, 5 bans. Sorry,
Jason
6 bans on
math.
first rotation. Relax, bro. 6 bans on first rotations and 6 picks, and then another 4 bans and 4 picks on second rotation. So that's a total of 20 intersections times 70 seconds in average. Going to be 140, 1,400 seconds, and somebody can calculate how many minutes that I cannot be asked.
Math. Okay.
I'll do it for you. Give me a calculator. So
you can do it.
1,400 seconds divided by 60 is going to bring us to 23 minutes approximately. Damn, son. So the game was not as long as the draft, if they indeed took as long.
Yeah, probably it wasn't like fully 17 seconds on most of them, but that being said, it's definitely close, or probably even, longer. So, we definitely have a lot of things to improve, knowing the time it takes for the teams to actually choose the picks, and at the same time, hopefully the second game won't be finished in the first surrender votes.
Of like 3 hours of foreplay and then coming instantly and disappointing your girlfriend.
Oof.
Yeah, definitely.
We have minors watching. Please refrain from such things in the future.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
Yes, we do.
it actually might be really damaging to the team. So I do hope that they will be able to put themselves back together, because as you said, it can be really hard when you're getting ready for something and then you're just going in. It really matters, and you're just getting stomped out of the gate.
Wait.
But we're going into the draft, so let's see if they can beat the record this time, and if we will see something new.
Yeah. The draft has started. Jedlam and Sleeping will analyze and walk you through what we're going to see in a second. The Invincibles on the blue side and Rocket Cornova on the red side this time around for game number 2 here in the last game of the group stage from the TG Diamond League.
Okay, cool. Quick fire. Come on, please, guys. We got the set ban straight out of the gate. Still don't want to fight against that set.
Yeah. Older champion, definitely not a main priority in the higher divisions, but understandably a champion that can be still flexed and is pretty nice. So an understandable band, especially if your opponents are actually playing it. We have Trundle being hovered again, so okay. Rocket Core, they don't like Trundle players. We don't like trolls too, so it's going to be banned out this time too. We're going by the book so far. Syndra, again, banned. We might be actually looking at an identical draft, maybe, if the bans continue this way.
Please no.
Oh my god, Ash is going, so... boys, give us something new, maybe. Okay, Wallabear, we're going identical.
I mean, Invincibles don't have to change anything. Oh, there we go. There's the Karma gun. Thank God.
Yeah, so Karma, finally respectable that it's getting banned out. I was extremely surprised she didn't get banned or taken. But right now, the Invincibles, they actually have to figure out what they want to focus on in the first pick. And probably they want something that they can flex It's either a strong pick or something that is extremely default style, and it won't be giving away too much information about the draft. They can go Graves if they really want to. I wouldn't be surprised too much. Oriana can be taken too if they want to have mid and pretty default style mid, but you're probably not too much worried about if they give it away for their Rocket Core.
I mean, yeah, as with the other day, I believe we should start enforcing a rule where you have to take a shot for every 15 seconds you allow the timer to run.
Oh boy, here we go. Shen fanboys, unite. Okay, so we have Shen being locked in as the B1. Pretty strong pick. Extremely strong buff recently done to the passive, which increases his armor in the early levels by 20, which is slightly ridiculous if you ask me, and I'm not sure exactly of the capabilities of the Invincible team members, but the champion can be flexed. Not obviously he's played in top lane primarily, but he can also be played in the jungle and support roles. Though it's not been done too much. We see Senna being picked here, so they're taking it away from the enemies. An interesting idea. Now the question is it festing Senna or do you want it to play it as an ADC?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't mind a Senna pick early in the draft because it can be so versatile. It's obviously going to be going bot lane, but you can stick it on. You can put it onto your AD carry or support. You can play it with like pretty much any kind of lane partner. You can literally just play it with a straight up AD carry. You can play it with a really sustained based support. You can play it with a tank. We do get that lead as well.
Yeah, and
well, that can't work for you, so we'll just pick that this time.
Yeah, and I do believe that it's extremely bad pick, especially when you're blinding Lee Sin. The champion is already blind, and you're blinding it, so we're getting a double blinded Lee Sin. The guy is having a lot of problems with his life. Probably he's not going to be able to fix them here, but you never know. They might give him some more senses.
So what you're saying is we should cut one of his legs off as well?
I believe he is already suffering too much, and unfortunately there's no help. So
we should put him out of his misery.
I will say, whenever I pick Lee Sin against sleeping, I won. Just say.
Probably in his dreams.
Yeah.
Going back to casting, we're going past 1 minute again. There's probably some 200 IQ strategies going through there. A lot of thinking how to counter Mr. Lee Sin, the invincible champion, the god of all. Yeah, what do you think? What can be picked here?
I think Invincibles are just going to outplay this next game anyway. I just don't think it entirely matters if they pick picks if they play champions that they're competent on. Then they
I would love to see Fiddlesticks here. I would love to see Fiddlesticks just because it counters Lee Sin, and you can make it so nasty when you have or Olaf actually. Wow, they're going full nasty mode.
Oh, and in comes the Yumi.
Yeah, we're going to be really nasty this game, it seems. We have Olaf and we have Yumi, so obviously those picks work really nicely together. On top of it, you have Shen, so if you have Olaf fed, you can play Yumi aggressively, and you have a guy running at you, swinging his axes. He's going to get half of his HP shielded by the second guy that's going to come on top of it, and he has a taunt for 2 years. So you're not in a really nice spot.
It's nice to see Yumi though. We've really not been seeing much Yumi recently since she was kind of, nerfed, and the mana cost just made her much less viable.
I do believe this slide buff helped her a little bit. I think she can be played, but she has to come in as a counter pick, or she has to come in certain compositions. I don't think she can be blinded.
Being able to, rather than being a pick or ban, should we say?
Yeah, and probably not a. Oh, Darius. So Darius against Shen is pretty interesting. I do believe it's not like a bad pick. Obviously, it's a counter, but you have to think about your composition, what you're doing right now. Because now they're going to go handshake into the Olaf. Doesn't sound that fun, if you ask me. So they have to figure out what other damage sources they will be having, because right now their damage is not that consistent. Senna, that helps them a lot with the engage and the way they want to play out the fights, but they have to have more consistent DPS. Same goes obviously for the Invincible squad.
They're really thinking about these bans. Oh, they're hovering that switch. I mean, a Twitch Yumi thrown into the bot lane can be massively problematic because the Yumi disappears with the Twitch and you can just pop up, you know. You've got that heal potential as well and the mobility.
Yeah, but I'm actually even thinking about the Aphelios here. I know the champion been quite nerfed, but I do believe he's not 200 years anymore, but he could definitely bring at least 150 here, knowing the enemy's composition. That because Lee Sin and Darius, they will be going onto him, and that's exactly what you want. So there's definitely a chance for that. Also, one of the picks we're not talking about too much. Unfortunately, they're playing on the blue side, so it won't matter that much. It's not going to be like it's still might be a blind pick, but it's not going to have that value as it would have on the red side. I think Kog'Maw is extremely strong here.
Okay,
they
so we get
can do it.
Yeah.
Because we would have then Kog'Maw Yumi, and we have two really interesting styles that you can actually play here. So Aphelios, extremely strong in this position. Kog'Maw, extremely strong. You can ban all the champions out, so we'll see what Rocket actually decides to blind. Galio was banned from the Invincible side, so they're more thinking about those compositional champions that the enemy can think of and actually go for. I do believe Galio is one of the strongest ones currently, not just because of the how safe he can play, but what he can provide to his team.
And we are once again heading towards the 1 minute mark. And this is making me sleepy. Like, full on.
Yeah, and my name is sleeping, so I'm having even more trouble here, unfortunately. Boys, if you're enjoying the draft, give us some claps in the chat, but it's understandable that you might not be having too much of a fun, so go get yourself a drink, because probably we'll be in for an interesting game. Tamkench being banned, so Tamkench Senna is not there anymore, so they're taking that out from the... Wow, and we'll be seeing Festing Senna with Ezreal. Or maybe it's Ezreal mid, but
yeah,
that would be unlikely, and I'm extremely confused what's going on, because Festing Senna with Ezreal doesn't seem like something you want to do.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by that also. Okay, I quite like the Yumi MF though.
Yeah, Yumi MF, it's pretty good, and I believe Ezreal helps them a lot, because if it was something aggressive, then you would be like, okay, but can we protect her, or how much we need, to sacrifice to protect her. Ezreal being there means that now you have frontliner that the enemy has to go through, and Misfortune won't be needing that much of a setup. You have Darius and Lee Sin that will be coming into you, so your ultimate doesn't have to be placed or positioned that well to actually be that useful. So I do believe that's quite a solid pick.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with how much we're going to need to use to protect her, because that's one of the reasons. Well, that's basically why Yumi's been much less viable recently. It's not sustainable anymore to just sit in lane on your champion as a Yumi and just press Q every now and again, because you just won't have the mana to E anymore. But the E is, there's a whole bunch of mana cost attached to that. Obviously less than there was a week or so ago. We're hovering the Sylas.
Yeah, Sylas is being covered, and you have to think. Yeah, there's ultimates you can steal, but wow, they're actually going extremely aggressive. So they're going full board that with the idea that they want just to run over the enemies, and Misfortune now is in a slightly weird position. Because there's no one that want to play around her. There's a team that want to move forwards. So I do believe she's still really good, but probably there were picks that could get more value. Obviously, Silas coming in here because you can steal the ultimates from Lee Sin, from Senna, and from Darius. Ezreal is one of the other options, but I don't believe that he's giving that much of the value to the team.
Yeah, that'd just be like wave clear, I suppose. Like...
The main problem, obviously, is the Ezreal pick. I'm not wrapping my head around it. From my knowledge, I don't think it's one of the picks you can actually look to flex. I don't think they did anything in recent patches to his numbers, so unless we will be seeing something really cheesy.
We got the Kassadin. Okay.
Yeah, it's Kassadin coming through, and so yeah, they do have that like hyper scaling potential here, which is pretty nice because enemy has Olaf, and it's one of the champions that is considered to fall off when we're going into late game. So they do have that idea, but my main question is how Ezreal is going to work with Senna and how much value are you going to create? Because the Festing Senna idea by the default when it was created, it was that you go with that and you go with something that the champion that can be aggressive and that can be giving you those opportunities to actually find the ganks. Here, especially when you have a Lee Sin in a jungle, it looks slightly destructive to the composition. Because you have Ezreal that wants just to farm and chill. You have...
Eray duydun değil mi bunu? Eray?
Yeah, so we'll see what...
I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, we'll love you too.
Yeah.
We
We should be going into the normal drafts right now, if I'm correct, if all the players are ready.
One of the players actually has a blue screen, and he said he will be restarting very shortly and be back in a second.
Oh, okay. We're already
It
racking
will
the excuse.
be the jungler for Rocket Canova. We are waiting for him to reconnect here.
I mean, it's really understandable why would he leave the game. I'm not judging him.
Yeah, I bag.
But besides the fact that he's playing Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
In the
it
meantime,
will be really hard. It will be really hard, but maybe they can find something. Do we go on a break or do we?
no. In the meantime,
go
we
into
can have
notes?
a look at our beautiful betting section.
Oh, we can go into betting. Well, that's
All
lovely.
right, okay. I mean, I think the bet's going to be one-sided this game.
And before Rocket Core just gonna win this game because the Invincibles are trolling us to lose all of our connectors, you know?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Wow.
What the? Whoa, 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 whoa.
What's happening?
That's just... I mean, I'm sorry, Shiro, I love you, but... Yeah, you're gonna have to go into the naughty corner for what she just said there. That is a bit too offensive, my friend, sorry.
Yeah, I think, guys, obviously there's a line that you can't cross, unfortunately, in the chat. So just try and be respectful to each other and to, obviously, the staff members on the chat.
Jed, yeah. I like your approach. Just go think about what you have done. Well, I think Shio's gonna miss the bet then. Yeah, actually got it in. Oh, he got it in. So Shio, luckily for you, you already got your bet in. But yeah, you'll be back in exactly 9 minutes. Until then, I hope you have thought about your actions and, like Jedlam said, approved. Unbench Shio. Yeah, I will. If he would be actually banned, but he's not. He's just timed out. So relax. Well, we head into the champion selection here with a beautiful 9 minutes remaining on our betting. Actually, 8 minutes, sorry. So if you want to get a bet in and get some easy to grab points, you can have your bet placed now. because I think this one is pretty obvious when it comes to regards of last game. But then again, this is a new game. Everything can happen. Who knows? Maybe Rocket Conova decide to ace the Invincibles minute 1 or what the hell. Like we've seen it all on TG Diamond League. So yeah, let's stay tuned for what they have in mind while we have a look at the bets.
Yes, indeedy. Okay.
Yeah, so the individual matchups we can actually go over.
Yeah, okay. We need to...
Oh, the
Yeah.
team names are not correct
Yeah.
for whatever reason. I don't know who's in charge of that. I blame sleeping.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, of course, understandable. My fault, boys. Yeah, so individual matchups that we will be having. We have Shen against Darius. So Darius has a slight kill advantage, but I believe the value that you're getting here from the Shen is extremely strong. So an extremely overall useful champion to the team. Unfortunately, we were not able to find any of those interesting flexes coming through, but it wasn't likely. Moving into the jungle, Olaf against Lee Sin. Both champions looking to find things early on. Olaf still slightly less reliant on finding something in early, and I do believe he has a slightly better scaling, but overall, looking in the compositions, it's not going to matter too much. Sylas against Kassadin, so this is one of those more interesting matchups. How are you actually feeling about it? Sylas into Kassadin.
I like the Kassadin pick, but I don't know, man. I can't... After that last game, it wasn't just that they were outplayed by the Invincibles. The amount of errors that were just shoehorned into the 18 minutes of play we had. I'm not going to... Let's put it this way. I'm not going to be carrying the red side bet this game.
Yeah, because the thing we see here actually is that we do have Sylas being picked into the Kassadin, if I'm correct. No, actually, sorry, Kassadin was picked into the Sylas. So yeah, that is right, because Kassadin does counter Sylas, and it works pretty nicely against him. So I believe that was a smart pick, especially knowing that your composition isn't that strong. Your composition isn't on one piece. I do believe they're not cohesive because champions have different ideas. Like I said, Ezreal wants just to poke and chill back, and you have Lee Sin that wants to be extremely aggressive and look for those fights. So now they just have their ways to actually look for the late game. And the bot lane, Misfortune Yumi into Ezreal Senna. I'm just extremely interested to see how Senna is going to be used. Here she's probably going to play just off as the usual support, but maybe we'll see something interesting. Of course, I'm hyped for the Yumi.
I like the Senna sustain. I like a catch potential with the stunt, but obviously there's only one target to aim for. Unless the Yumi's going to be hopping on and off, and the Senna manages to chuck a really pog catch onto the Yumi, it's going to be a little bit more difficult than than the norm, because there's only...
Maybe another question here, because we have something interesting in the chat. So Fake Snake asked the sleeping one, what do you think of the UK treasure? I'm just gonna spell this out. KZED.
Good player. Obviously, just I think he lives in UK. I know he's from China originally, so he's one of my players. So obviously, I think good of him, but. He needs to learn not how to alter for from the game, so he don't get banned from the competitions. Other than that, he's a good lad. So,
well, Jason, I have already bet. I bet 1,000.
Yeah, I was just making the meme
Everyone else who's bet is betting against me with 1,000, so I will get 165k.
It's just my regular. I'm once again asking for your support meme, because you always bet against everyone.
And it works sometimes. I mean, I always in my little...
Sometimes you get rich, sometimes you just lose 1,000 connectors, meaning you cannot feed your children this month.
I up for you last game, because I was being nice. So, yeah, that's going to be That's going to be my limit for today. I just don't. I don't quite have that confidence. Let's say.
Wait, Group B already got decided? What do you mean? I'm just having a look at Group B of this competition because Group B already seems to be completed for a long time. So let's just have a quick look at that while we wait for the last 40 seconds here. So if you look at the standings real quick here, we will be having a look at Servers Esports, Dutch Community Team, Timely Grace, and ELG Sports are in the first advancing teams. But then, of course, I think the Dutch Community Team has taken their leave. So that will leave us with Servers Esports on first place, ELG on second place, Timely Grace on third place, and AFK Hotel Esports moving into the playoff spot on that spot number 4. So yeah, that will be...
What happened to Dutch Community Team?
I believe that is banded, so yeah.
Oh. I mean, they were top of that group for quite a while, hey.
True.
Just some people can't handle the pressure.
Yeah, TG Diamond League is not the easiest one to play. I mean, today we see an easier going game, but there's a lot of pressure, a lot of competition, a lot of things to uphold when you enter this TG Diamond League, or in general the TG League. So, not gonna lie, that is indeed very much a lot to take in.
You could certainly say that RC Nova are getting the TJD.
Jadlan, once again I am asking for you to respect our minorities in the Twitch chat who are underaged. Yeah, but with that being said, fuck it all and let's go because the loading screen has started.
I mean, they don't have the attention span to put up with that drafting phase, Jason. Come on, man. I don't.
Spam this snake to help TG. Who is TG?
We probably have to find something else. Maybe find some, I don't know.
Who even is TG? Like, what is
Yeah,
that?
we have no clue. Just be happy that someone is here.
Uh-huh. Shady Nasty, if you're working or sleeping together, I am sorry for you. In the meantime, we have loaded into the game.
Realistic.
And with that being said, let's have a
Yeah,
look
and there's no pause.
Yeah, not yet. Don't jinx it. Beautiful skins here. Darius' skin, lovely, as well as the... what is that? The Ezreal? No, that's the Senna skin, dang.
I prefer no skins.
TP Ezreal.
Yeah, because you brought... Sorry, game has started.
We've got TP Ezreal.
Yeah, I'm just a boomer, guys. Let's be real. I'm just a boomer. Bring me back to the season 2, please.
Yes, Queen. I was looking at this yesterday. I was looking at all the old items that I miss.
Bring me the AP mastery. I want to suffer. Okay, so we're going into the game, obviously, and we're not seeing anything too aggressive. We have the Mr. Camouflex placing a ward and then going back to actually get the Oracle lens. So that's something I like that actually junglers do. I do believe it's not utilized enough, and especially when you're playing a jungler that wants to be aggressive, there's no need not to do that. Like, obviously Lee Sin is slightly a different case, because he's getting the value from the trinket besides the vision control. So, both junglers smart with their decisions in the start. We'll see what they actually get from that. Lee Sin will be starting on the right side, and we have Olaf starting on the blue side.
Very nice. And yes, we are we're a few short minutes away from advising that RAD carriers build Madred's Blood Razor. Remember, that was such a broken item towards the end.
Oh, and Lee Sin gank.
Look at the air. They get the instant gag on Lee Sin, and the Shen going down to about a third, 40% HP there, but will get away. So not an early kill.
Yeah, I do believe there's a missed opportunity there. If the Darius actually went for the pull level 1, which is viable, that gank could have been way more useful, and they would have got at least a flash from the Shen. But,
I mean, the Darius nearly had a face check in the jungle before the CS had spawned there, and like if there'd been the hook on that, then
yeah, it has to be communicated. Now, I don't know, Mr. Jason, could you give us some vision on the blue side Raptors? That's lovely. We do have the red buff. They're placed by the Mr. Kaiser. Extremely good ward, and now they know exactly where the Olaf is. So there's no real pressure created by the side of Invincibles. And direct core Nova bot lane, they should be feeling pretty safe knowing exactly where the enemy is.
Yeah, and Olaf's just going to chuck a bat back there.
Yeah, we already see that there are some question marks on the Lee Sin going into the river, because if Olaf didn't go for the Golem scam, he could have been there. So the team is just being aware. I do like that. But now they should be assuming that they didn't see him there, so he should be moving to the other side of the map.
Yeah, and a couple of pings coming out from Invincibles there as well, knowing that the Lee Sin might well be... Oh, and we get a double flash in this top lane, and Libra is back incredibly low on that Shen. Takes the Darius down to maybe a quarter HP, but yeah, that's a flash from Bo for the solo kill in that top lane onto the Darius within the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I was going to say Darius actually cancelled one of his Qs before he won for the pull, if you saw that. And I was going to say that might hurt the trade, but of course, the Shen is just being way overzealous, and you can't be the one going onto Darius, especially in that situation.
Living dangerously indeed, and that's a good flash from the Kassadin to get away from the Olaf, but the Olaf flashes back into the wave and manages to pick that kill up to tie this game 1-1. And that is the Kassadin going down in lane, and the Silas, who's incredibly low, is going to get a little bit of CS and then just be able to walk away.
Yeah, really good awareness there coming from the Camouflux, just seeing that Kassadin was not respecting him enough and trying to go back instantly into the XP range of the minions. That obviously is the main reason why he did that. But you can't do that when you're playing against the Olaf, and we're going, unfortunately,
This is like 4 minutes 50 seconds too late. Like, what?
Yeah, I believe that. I'm extremely interested. What kind of issues are we having currently right now that we are going into the pause? But
I believe it was a blue side pause. Yeah, it was an Invincibles pause coming out of Camouflux, the jungler. I'm not sure who's actually having issues, whether it's or not.
So there's not much information what's going on here, but hopefully the pause will end soon and we will get back into the game. That being said, it obviously gives us some more time to actually look at what happened and what's happening currently, and obviously the flow of the game. So we have 300 gold advantage for the side of the Invincibles. It's not big. The gold advantage is mainly coming through from the Olaf against Lee Sin. He's already 8 CS up, so that's pretty strong and that's pretty important, having the situation as it is right now. It will be really interesting to see how the Senna with Ezreal go. So far, it's good because Senna is just playing regular support style. I don't think she's one of the strongest supports or as strong of a support role as she used to be when she was actually released. But they're actually making it work as it seems right now. So bot lane is even
in that bot lane, but we've not really seen any jungle presence down there.
Yeah. Silas is ahead just because of the kill they got in the mid lane, as we talked, because the lane was actually moving into the castle, and there was a pretty solid wave, and he actually lost it because he died.
Can we talk about the Silas picking up a Dark Seal into Amplifying Tones?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, right? On the other hand, against him, we obviously have the Terror of Goddess picked by the Kassadin. So Kassadin is feeling really good. Kassadin is feeling really good. I don't think that kill will be hurting him too much. From my experience, when you hit level 6, you should be hard winning the matchup into the Silas. Just because of your ultimate, the presence, and obviously stacking there should be pretty fun and pretty easy, because you're not going to get punished too much. And of course, now Olaf can't just flash on you because you have your ultimate.
Okay, so it looks like we might be
Yeah, the boys are definitely making us work hard. We love them, but hopefully the pause ends soon. Yep, it seems the red team is ready, and both teams are.
Oh, the red team. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we had the ADC disconnecting from the blue side, but seems the problem is fixed right now.
So do you think with the Silas picking up a few more aggressive items, he's wanting that Olaf to come back to mid and regank fairly rapid then?
I don't think that's actually something possible. That might be the idea behind it, but after level 6, I do believe that it will go down. Right now,
into this cast to try and stop that level 6 for as long as possible.
He's trying to find something before level 6, and I do believe he actually has that potential, especially right now that he does have flash, but we see he's already level 6, so Kassadin should be getting level 6 from that wave or the start of the next one. So Lee Sin currently is pathing into his frog, so I like to call it Grump, but I don't think the camera actually saw it, but he actually managed to miss the Q, so he is going to take extra few seconds to get that drop down.
Here comes the cast 6, and the Silas taking damage immediately from that. He's going to have to be careful here, actually.
Yeah, he has to be careful. The Olaf actually was hovering the lane, but now he went to the dragon, so if the fight actually concludes here, I do believe he's in a slight disadvantage. Obviously, itemization is for him, but...
This will be the first straight the cloud in favour of Invincibles, though. Then the Senna's was pathing down there, but not going to be able to get there.
Yeah, so what do we see here? Kassadin feeling pressured, feeling not in a good spot, just ults away. There's nothing you can do here, being Silas. Obviously, he stole his ultimate, but the value you're getting from that compared to what Kassadin has is just... you can't even compare it. And
okay. The Lee Sin's still level 5 there, so that's not going to be super helpful in that.
Yeah, Lee Sin, it's not as bad, obviously, being level 5, but on the other hand, you have to think that Olaf is already level 6. Lee Sin should be getting level 6 soon, but right now, at this moment, Lee Sin can't actually fight Olaf, but he seems to be looking for him.
Landing there just absolutely demolishes the Senna's HP there. Jason, are you alright, mate? Like, every 30 seconds in game chat, I get a message from Jason saying, tell them to make space for me. I think that might just be a client bug, but...
Yeah, so Lee Sin actually, he didn't go for his scams. He decided to go onto the Olaf while he was doing the blue buff and actually got the ward in there. So they know that Olaf is there, but right now, you going for that means that you're not level 6. You are now, but Olaf can actually take it because they know that you're level 5 and you don't have the accessibility to the Herald. So I do believe that will be coming off as a mistake.
And down goes that Rift Herald onto the Olaf. We've got a couple of pings into the bot lane. It looks like the Silas is going to try and roam down there a little bit. He doesn't have any vision on the Lee Sin, however.
Oh, maybe Darius found something. No, I actually believed if he wanted to go for a flash into either, he could have done that, but probably what would have happened is flash for flash. So,
okay, and here we go. And Nagimi's still level 5, bear in mind, so we're not going to be able to get the final chapter out there, but we do get a kill onto the Ezreal from Silas, who has roamed to this bot side, and that will be a double kill onto this Silas, as the Olaf goes into the mid lane and absolutely chunks the living hell out of this Kassadin there.
Yeah, maybe Silas just preemptively using the ultimate here from Senna onto the Kassadin. If he waited a second, maybe there was an actual opportunity to kill him if it came up closer, and obviously just because Olaf is going to use the Herald to get all the plates. And right now, the gold advantage is going to 1,000.
And a whole bunch of that has just gone on to the Olaf, so he's going to be a bit of a thorn in the side of RC Nova, maybe.
Yeah, we actually talked about the Olaf, what his presence means here, especially when you have Yumi and Shen being on his side. They have two play styles they can play. If Miss and we have some action mid lane.
And we do have a bit of action. We got Acolyte coming in on the Lee Sin from the side, and that's the flash forward. And there goes the kick. And the Silas, who's going to try and re-engage onto this cast, and Kaiser's going incredibly low there. There's a chase, and suddenly it becomes Invincibles who are chasing down RC Nova. And this is far from over yet. Acolyte there going down. That's a double kill onto the Chen. And suddenly the only 2 champions that are left.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure you want to fight this. Darius can actually win this.
Yumi ultimate, and she jumps off there to just get a little bit of poke out, and there is the Yumi E, and she sends the Q towards the Darius, but he does walk away. But that was a little bit of brinkmanship, because you got the Yumi and you got the Yumi heal. She does hop off to get a couple of auto attacks in there, but the Darius is dangerous at this point, having got the free kills on him. And obviously there's got the CS lead over the Shen, but the Shen picking up a double kill in that trade.
Yeah, it was sad for Darius there in that situation. He could have actually won that, but I'm not sure if the Shen with the Miss Yumi realized the situation, but the Darius didn't have enough mana for the Q, so that was the reason he had to flash there in the end instead of winning the fight. Because I was thinking, why are they going on him when he actually has the fully stacked passive? Because it's extremely scary, even if you have Yumi on top of you. But understanding the mana that he didn't have it there, it actually works for them. But at the same time, now you have to think, you have Darius with 3-0.
And I mean, you've got the Senna there, and I'm not seeing any CC coming out from the Senna, which is something completely different from when we saw the Senna in that last match. I mean, that CC out of that Senna last game is completely different kettle of fish, and now suddenly we've got the Olaf. He's going to be going down incredibly low, but he goes unstoppable, and we got the big fight on this Drake. The Drake himself goes over to Invincibles, and that is a huge fight and an ace in favor of Invincibles. What a massive play that is going to be in terms of the texture of this match. A quadra kill there going on to the Olaf. They've got the Infernal Drake. We're going to have the Mountain Soul in this game. The next Drake obviously coming up in 4.5 minutes now. They're also going to be taking this mid tower and essentially whatever else they want on the map, and that was disastrous for us.
That was extremely huge for the side of the Incredibles. But I have to say, guys, if you look from the fight, and obviously if you look at the quadra kill, it's extremely good quadra kill coming down from the Olaf, but Olaf positioning wasn't good. He was in a pit alone. The one saving grace that actually worked for the team, extraordinary, was Gelek finding that ultimate from the side of Misfortune. He actually ulted 4 members there, and I believe the ADC, Senna, and Listen actually got all to the half of the HP, and then you have Olaf just running them down for those free kills and the resets there.
I mean, press R and win. We've got the support Misfortune in this game.
Yeah, the Kassadin was actually trying to find the kill while she was hitting them, but the main thing, he didn't have the silence there. I don't know what happened there exactly. Probably timing. Maybe if we would rewatch the fight, maybe it was baited out by the Misfortune and then the ultimate was used, because I would think that's the only way. So definitely huge credits for the ADC finding that ultimate and realizing that you can actually use it even when the Kassadin is hitting you, because Kassadin doesn't have damage yet to burst you out before you find the value. So really nice play in the end coming through from the Invincibles, and right now the lead is...
Yeah, they're converging on this bot lane again. They're looking for something on the Shen.
Oh, but we talked about Darius.
Absolutely legging it, but Darius in the top lane on RC Mafia, and he will jump forward and secure that kill. However, he's been locked down by the final chapter of Yumi, and he will also go down in a 1-for-1 trade in the top lane. The Shen will back away and get away from this 4-man gank in the bottom there. However, RC Nova will be taking that tier 2 tower with them.
Yeah, so Arsenal actually find a really nice play here, and
Right at the Silas.
yeah, they do find the kill.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, they do find the kill and obviously a trade for the tower. Tier 1 top tower for the tier 2 in bot lane. I'm definitely sure that they're happy with the situation that they got out, and it doesn't change the goal difference that much, but it definitely helps them create some more map pressure. And knowing that the Invincibles are the team that have 2 dragons, they will have
3.5K
slightly harder time.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, it's just looking at this Darius. This Darius is the one doing all of the grunt work here to try and drag him ahead. Massive CS difference on the Shen. Literally all of the team's kills so far have gone onto this Darius too. It's a 41 CS lead that the Darius has over the Shen.
Yeah, I don't think there's that much hope. Shen pick still being extremely useful. He's currently 2-1. But the thing you have to think about that he suffered so much in the laning phase that right now he's definitely not in a good position to actually even answer Darius.
Yeah,
So-
his double kill came from wandering down to mid lane in that kind of big sloppy hinty fight that we saw about 5 or 6 minutes ago. So in lane, there's just been, very little he can do to answer that Darius. He can't really be stepping up into that at all, or he just gets rubbed out.
Yeah, the good thing we still have to understand is Darius doesn't feel comfortable of pushing in solely into Shen, just into his face completely, because if he gets taunted under the tower, he's still going to get extremely damaged from it. So
I want to see Nova grouping up here. They're either looking for something on this mid lane, or they're just going to back away and secure the Mountain Drake that's up in 20 seconds.
yeah, it feels like that. Also, the one thing we have to mention here, Darius doesn't have teleport yet. Same goes for Shen, but obviously Shen has teleport, so teleport from his ultimate. So what we see right now is Shen actually pushing the top lane, and I would say the Invincibles, they might actually think of giving this dragon away and getting more value from the top lane, but they're looking for a fight.
And repeat. This is what he's looking for. He's looking for the rinse and repeat on the last one. And look at the side of RC Nova just absolutely melting. And it's a triple kill onto the Olaf this time. And they're still trying to chase onto the Kassadin. The Kassadin can't really turn onto 3 members of the Invincibles. And that's basically the same thing happening again. History repeats itself on a 5-minute stagger. And Invincibles will pull themselves 5.5K ahead in terms of gold.
Yeah, this is incredible, and this time they have way better draft. And the thing we talked about, having that Olaf enabled, if you enable him and you have Shen with Yumi on top of him, you can't do anything about it. Realistically, in that situation, from the map view, you might think, okay, Shen can take the top tower, we give that dragon away, it still would be a correct play. But understanding that you can actually go onto 5 members and they can't do anything about you, understanding that the lead and the advantage you built up is so big, and also how the compositional pieces work together here, it was a really nice display coming from the Incredibles. And right now, again, we're coming to the situation where there's not much hope left for the Rocket Core Nova.
Invincibles. I shall correct. But I mean, yeah, RC Nova had, you were looking at it, and in the run-up they had all of the control over that objective. They had decent vision. They just popped back to kill off the blast cone, so the Olaf didn't have any access to jump into the pit from behind. And it was just Olaf and Yumi, and you said he's not going to look for something here. And I was just like, well, I mean, at that point, he only had 6 kills. Oh, and here we go. There is the Yumi and MF combo. And, yep, they...
Yeah, action all over the map. Darius is fighting Shen, and they find that one.
And here comes the Silas and the Yumi. We got a TP in there from the side. To just kind of save the Yumi from also being hard wiped by the Kassadin.
Yeah, now we see that Silas with Yumi are moving slowly to Darius, so we'll see what he's going to do in that situation, because I believe he's going to get caught.
And Olaf dropping his second Rift Herald of the game in the same lane. He drops the first one into this mid. It will get the one run into...
Wait, there's no way Darius gets away here. Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe, but...
Oh, here
Oh.
comes Olaf. Oh,
Yeah, he's definitely not getting away just because of the movement speed coming down from the Olaf. His team, they're trying to move slowly to him, Senna, but I do believe she just sees the situation and this flash is just going to be wasted.
yeah, there we go. And that'll be a kill onto the Silas there. And the once mighty Darius of the early game is kind of receding into the sunset.
Yeah, we do have to understand that Darius, unfortunately, is more, not that much of a champion that goes well into most of the compositions. And at the same time, even when he does, you have to have compositional pieces around him. Right now, he can't go onto the enemies. There's no one to follow him. You have Lee Sin, which I already tried to
and
control
just goes straight into that Ezreal, and the Ezreal is dead. A little bit of help from the misfortune there to slam that kill onto the Shen, but a bit of an overstay.
Just the end of the taunt, and it's going to hit him so hard, not just by the means that he's dying, but the mental should be extremely booming from the side of the Rocket Corno, and
I mean,
they have to find something. They have to find something. They have to find something, and the Mountain Soul is extremely huge.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they give this... Okay, yeah, there's a mental boom there, chucking two pinks to the same bush within 3 seconds of each other. But I remember approximately this... No, not approximately this point last game, because we didn't quite get to this point last game. But I remember pointing out that we got a 0-9 bot lane for RC Nova last time. And I will point it out again. It's just... it's not been a very... pleasant evening for them down on that bot side. And both of those pink wards go kaboom, and that's a fat 60 gold into the pocket.
One thing that we surely have to mention is right now we're on 22 minutes, so the draft is definitely passed, and we can give the credit to the teams at least for that part. But obviously, the game is still really extremely one-sided, and it doesn't look to change. And maybe if they can find something, the only way I can see the Rocket Cornova actually finding the fight against the Invincibles would be if Darius gets to free hit and gets the passive massively and fully stacked off. That's the only way they can find something.
And here comes Keza on this Kassadin, who's going to have to flash away from that engage, meeting most of the Invincibles there.
Wait, but they're just farming in mid lane. Are they actually giving away the Dragon Soul? I'm not sure by this decision at all.
I mean, it's difficult. What can they really do against that Olaf, though? They're just terrified, because the last two times they've tried to challenge the last two Drakes, the Olaf has just gone absolutely ham and just demolished their entire team. And if that had happened again there, you know, I think they'd probably have just FF'd on the spot. Yeah,
they decide not to do that, but right now you have to think, what did they get from that situation? Oh, and Olaf.
Okay, and here it is for the third time in the game. We get the special combination of the Yuumi and the Fed Olaf. And
yeah, Shen is there just to make it extra spicy, and now he should be just Lee Sin, desperate, just fully molding state.
And they're gonna turn that into the Baron.
Yeah, and unfortunately the double blind guy won't find his success this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really found much, being 0-5, unfortunately.
Yeah, extra cautious actually here from the Misfortune. I really like that, just using the ability to check the bush that they don't have the control of. So I give them props for that, but obviously Ezreal, he understands the position he's in, and there's extremely low chance he can find something with just simple Mystic Shot. Yeah, so the Baron is taken right now. We're currently at 25 minutes. The gold difference is 9,000, but obviously we haven't added anything from the Baron yet, so it's probably well over 10k, and 10k plus the soul of the Mountain Dragon. You have to ask yourself, how can they defend the base?
They can't. This game is done.
Yeah, because right now you have Ezreal and Senna, the only two ranged champions that can actually defend, but at the same time they can't because the DPS is really struggled, and we have some action top lane.
Okay.
They're trying to find swoop.
Yeah.
They find it.
And that would be...
Oh, that's really nice, but yeah, but right now...
Here come the remaining 4 men who would free of him and just going to stomp down.
Okay, let's think. Could they actually win 4 versus 5? Because I believe how fed they are right now, they would win 4 versus 5.
Well, as long as the Olaf and Yumi combo is 2 of those 4.
Oh, they're looking.
Oh, and here it is. And this will be the scumbag move. And down goes the Lee, and there is the flash over coming from the Kassadin. And the Yumi will keep the Cass alive here. It's a double kill coming out onto the Misfortune. A triple kill, and down goes Darius. Was the Darius 4-0 early on?
I think he was 3-0, if I'm correct.
3-0 and 4-1, I believe.
In the end, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. It's funny how Misfortune was actually able to stand her ground against the Kassadin for like 3-4 seconds. Then Yumi comes onto her. It's like, okay, she's going to save her. And in the end, you even have the Shen teleport. Wow, Shen, really nice combo onto the Senna just to make things extra spicy here. And 27 minutes, and
thus ends this exercise in futility.
Yeah, the 2-0 series are going to the Invincibles.
Yeah, just a little bit of a friendly game and a warm-up for the playoffs for Invincibles there. 2, bug splats in a row, I suppose I would describe those as.
Do we have Mr. Jason in here? Is he just waving us? Yeah, because he's like a shadow. The series are done, so I'm not sure. Do we have some kind of interviews or anything prepared?
No, not in the playoffs. We did yesterday, but that was only because it was a really, really good game.
Yesterday was playoffs, mate. What you talking about?
Was it?
Yes. Yesterday was platinum playoffs, my man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, was I here? I was here yesterday.
No, you were here before yesterday on the Diamond League on Tuesday.
Yeah, no. That's the game that I was talking about.
Exactly. Get your senses together, mate. We are Thursday, and tomorrow is Friday, meaning that tomorrow is already an exciting game coming up because tomorrow is going to be none other than
Sea Cosmic versus Burger Menu.
Exactly.
And I know that we constantly have Burger Menu fans in chat.
Yes.
A big shout out to Frank the Rapid Simp, who's constantly asking for us to stream Burger Menu.
So the blue side was indeed victorious. Everybody who betted on the blue side, congratulations, with 88% of the splits going your way. That means which people in the chat, but also means we're gonna have a look at the standings now that everything has been updated and completed. So let's have a look at how playoffs for the TG Diamond League will be looking coming into this next week. So it will be indeed Wash Esports here at Element, Stray Dogs and the Invincibles and CMS going to the playoffs. And on the other side is going to be Service Esports, ELG Sports, Timely Grace and AFK Hotel Esports in exactly that order that they have been named. So from first to fourth place. And also that means that if we have a look at our beautiful playoffs, they will be placed very, very shortly, meaning that most likely the first one will play against the last one. Thanks to higher seeding and so on and so on. But yeah, looking forward to that. TG Diamond playoffs, always a lot of fun, a lot of trouble and a lot of drama. But more interestingly, we're also going to have here, I'll show you guys in a second, the playoffs bracket for our beautiful TG Platinum League, and there you can see Bergman University Cosmic is going to be on Friday, 19 CST, if I'm not mistaken. No, 20, but 8, I believe. Well, we find out tomorrow, anyways.
Or like 7 if you're not a scrub like me.
Yeah, UK time. So yeah, Bergman, you're definitely looking forward to that one, as well as, of course, the other semi-finals, which is Hideaway's team. I forget their second name, always. What are they called? It's not Hideaways Reloaded, because they lost, if I'm not... Yeah, they lost versus Bergman. What is it called? Hideaway's team...
Yeah,
Broken Heroes. There we go.
That was a stompy stomp in the same way that this game today was a stompy stomp. I think this game today was more of a stompy stomp, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
it still was interesting, definitely.
keep it short and go into our ending screen. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. TG Diamond League here, coming to an end with the group stage and opening up a new chapter, being the playoffs, starting most likely this weekend towards the next week. So yeah, looking forward to that one. And who won? Just to clarify once again, I'll show you the post-game, my friend. There you go. Have a look at that one. So you can have a look at the post-game, and I'll also show you the beautiful damage graphs just to confirm.
Yeah, with a spot of the Invincibles with a spot of cyberbullying today.
Yes. Well, with that being said, we'll be heading into the ending screen. Thank you so much from our part here at CE. Gentleman Gentleman Sleeping, thank you for casting today.
Yes, Queen.
And
Our pleasure.
we will be heading out with our most famous song, so get your crab ready because we're about to crab it out to the crab rave.
Hey, let's go!